it's Jill from Eco Solutions in the far north. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a smoothie, which is a yummy breakfast drink, or you could have it any time of the day, or you could make it into ice blocks and put in the freezer and eat them at any time of the day. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make a smoothie. For this you'll need a blender. If you haven't got a blender, do not worry, because you could use, if you've got one of those stick blenders, yeah, you could use one of those. Or if you haven't got one of those, you could use a trusty old potato masher, but you have to let the frozen fruit defrost a little bit before you use your potato masher, otherwise you're going to be there all day giving it a mash, okay? So we'll put those over there for now. So I'm going to use my blender today. So what we've got here is I've got an assortment of fruits. Now, this is my old banana that was rattling around in my lunchbox, and it was going a bit brown and it's a bit, yeah. So what we can do with this is if you peel it, there's nothing wrong with the banana inside. Look at that, that's lovely and white. I did wash my hands before the start of this video, by the way, which is really, really important. Okay, so all I do is put my banana, don't use the skin. We'll give you other videos on how to use bits of fruit in fun ways in another video, and using banana skin is a really, really good thing. So for now, we'll put that in the worm bin. So here I have in front of me, I've got some fruits. Now I've actually got some raspberries, some frozen raspberries, and I've got some frozen blueberries there. Or you can use any fruit you want to. Here I've got some feijoas. These are in season at the moment, so all I'll do is I just go like that. Oh, look, I've got feijoa all over me. Maybe I should put an apron on next time. And I can open my feijoa and I can squeeze the fruit into there. Okay, so I don't even need to cut it. Just break it open, squeeze the fruit in there. Or things that are also in season at the moment, and I love these, are tamarillos, which are the tea tomatoes. Now, I'm not going to stick my fingers in here because I saw what happened with the feijoa, which wasn't very good. So what you do with that is you can either put it in whole, just take the stalk off and put it in whole like that into your smoothie, or you can cut it off and scoop it out like you would do an egg. Okay, so those are different things you can put in. Apples are also really, really in season at the moment. Now, if you've got an apple or a pear which are in season at the moment, and it's got a bit of a brown bit on it, okay, don't throw it away. What you need to do is you get a knife and you cut the brown bit off. Remember to use your knife always going down like that, right? And then you can get your pear or your apple and put it straight into there, or you can freeze it. Now I've got some pieces of pear that I have frozen before. So these are bits of pear, and all I've done is taken the old bits off, and I'm just going to put them in my smoothie. So, uses of cups. So these cannot be recycled because remember the recycling symbol on the bottom is the triangle, and these, the number in the triangle is a number 5. Okay, so we're not recycling these, and we're not recycling at the moment anyway, are we? So yeah, these are a number 5, so you need to find some other use for this. Now these contain about half a cup. Okay, so half a cup's worth. So when we're going to be doing some baking in another video, we'll show you how to use these as your cup measures. Okay, so I need to get, now I'm making smoothie for 2 people here. So I'm going to put 2 of these in because I want 1 per person. So stick that one in. I'm going to stick that one in, and that's a cup. Then I get my raspberries or whatever else fruit I've got, put blueberries as well in this one, because my guys like blueberries. And you can get this fruit when it's cheap or it's in season. And as I say, you don't need to use this expensive fruit that's frozen fruit. You can use any fruit whatsoever, fresh or frozen fruit. You can even freeze your bananas. So that old brown banana had, you can freeze it, and that'll make your smoothie really, really cold. But remember to take the peel off before you freeze it. Otherwise, it's pretty hard to get peel off a frozen banana, and your fingers will get all icy. Okay, so we'll show you how to do freezing of fruits and veg in another video. Another really, really good thing I've got here is a really good way to clean your grapes. So here we've got some frozen grapes, and all I do is the grapes that go in a little bit mushy, or you don't know whether they've been touched in the supermarket at the moment, which is a big hot topic. You put them in the freezer, strip them off, put them in the freezer. My kids love these. Close. Quite nice actually. I better get one quick before my kids get them. So that is a really, really good snack. And it gets rid of all the germs that are on the grapes. The next thing I put in here is 2 cups, again, using my yogurt pot. So 1, 2 cups of water. It's got these little fruit cups as well. That's the same size, so you could use those. That's a number 5. And then I want, so anything you've got at home, okay? Most people have these recycled yogurt pots, or sometimes little things like that. So I want 2 cups of milk, because I'm making it for 2 people. So if I was making it for 1 person, I'm putting 2 cups in per 2 people. How much would I put in for 1 person? So that's your maths. There you go. I put in 1 cup of these. So if I was making it for 4 people and I need 1 cup each person of milk, how many cups would I put in of milk for 4 people? That's right, it's 4. Okay, so what I do now is I also like it a little teeny bit sweet. Okay, so I get some honey, get about a teaspoon of honey, put that in there. You can also use these pots, these honey pots, for other things as well, once they're empty, and we'll show you that in another video. We'll also show you in another video what to do with your milk containers when you've finished with them, rather than sending them to recycle. We can use them for something else around the house. We'll show you that in another video. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm putting my lid on my smoothie, and make sure you put your lid on your smoothie, guys. Otherwise, if you don't, all that will go all over the ceiling, and you're going to have a really, really big cleaning job to do. So really important, put your lid on your smoothie. Okay. So I'm now going to blend it. So I'm going to stop the video for a second because it's going to be really, really, really noisy. Okay, so that smoothie has now been on for a minute. Okay, so if you are using your potato masher, what you would do is, instead of putting it in the smoothie bowl, you would get a bowl and you put your ingredients in here. Give it really, really nice mash, okay, with the potato masher. And if you're using a stick blender, you would do that with a stick blender, okay? But make sure that it doesn't pop out of the bowl, because otherwise you'll have a big mess. So there you go. So you don't need fancy equipment for this, okay? So you do not need it at all. Okay, so that's been on for a minute, and it's nice and smoothie-like. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take the lid off and pour this into those cups. Oh my goodness, that smells lovely. and I know it's going to be gorgeous. So what we're doing with the old bit here is we've got some smoothie mix left, haven't we? This is the best bit. So what I do with this old smoothie mix is I get my little pot that I've recycled. I fill it up with smoothie, like that. I actually use wooden lolly sticks and ice block sticks that I rewash and rewash. And if you rewash them, it's not a problem. You can use those lots and lots of times. I stick my stick in and I stick it in the freezer and it becomes a beautiful ice block. If you haven't got a lolly stick, you could use an old plastic fork. Okay, we use these lots and lots and lots of times. Because they're made from recycled material, you can buy them from the supermarket and you could just stick your fork in like that and you'd have a forky smoothie. Or if you haven't got one of those, yeah, you could use a teaspoon. So stick your teaspoon in there, put it in the freezer, and when it's frozen, you can then have a beautiful smoothie. So remember, reuse that old fruit, guys. If it's got a bit of brown on, just cut the brown off and reuse it. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that pear. Yeah, there was just a little brown bit on it. Use fruit that's in season, which is feijoas and tamarillos or anything that's in season. I'll post a link to a seasonal chart in New Zealand so you can see what is in season. Because at the moment it's apples, it's pears, it's tamarillos, it's feijoas. And use what's ever in season, okay? And remember to use that brown banana that's been rolling around in your lunchbox, and we'll give you on another video lots of uses for a brown banana, okay? See you soon.